And hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Before we dive into today's video, as always, please do give that like button a smash and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Right, top of the league. We're back after a long international break, and that was probably the longest in recent memory. It was absolutely boring, to be honest. All international breaks are dull for me, but that one felt especially long. Unlike last time, though, when we returned from the break, we managed to pick up where we left off and continued our winning streak by beating Chelsea. Now, this match was labelled as a big test for us, probably our toughest challenge of the season so far, and we passed it. We got the job done and secured 3 points. To be fair, while Chelsea were in disarray last year, after watching their performance at the start of this season, I think they'll be in and around the top 4 come season's end. This Chelsea team looks very different, and they showed at Anfield that they are a quality side, well coached by Pochettino. That was a good victory for us, but it marks the beginning of a big week. We've got RB Leipzig in the Champions League, Arsenal in the Premier League, and some big news on the horizon as well, though it seems we might have had a setback in terms of team news. Anyway, in today's video, we're going to discuss the game and go over a few other bits of news. But of course, Liverpool are top of the table. Are we in a title race? Do we have what it takes to win the league this season? Should we be expecting Liverpool to challenge for the title? Could we be lifting silverware at the end of the season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. As for my opinion, I'm still holding back a bit. I don't want to get ahead of myself just yet. I think we need a few more games. After the Arsenal match, if we get a win there, I'll start to believe even more. But I'm quietly confident. I was feeling optimistic at the start of the season anyway, especially with the way the team has been playing under this new system. I think a lot of people who doubted it at first are now starting to get on board. I'm really happy to watch Liverpool at the moment. We've had one slip-up against Nottingham Forest, one loss, but every other game has been a win across all competitions. We're absolutely smashing it. But the tests will only get harder with bigger games coming up. RB Leipzig in the Champions League, Arsenal in the Premier League. Arsenal have got their injury and suspension issues at the moment, so it's probably the best time to play them. Before I wrap up, just a quick mention for a few players. Curtis Jones. I've always been a big fan, and once again, he showed what he's capable of yesterday. Many of you who follow the Panenka channel will remember that we discussed in pre-season how Slot could use Curtis Jones as a key figure this season, and I think his performance yesterday demonstrated that. Salah, once again, was a creativity machine. And, of course, everyone in defense is performing incredibly well at the moment. Then, of course, there's Darwin Núñez, or should I say Darwin Chaos Núñez, creating a bit of chaos out there. Ultimately, his substitution changed the game for us, even though it came at the expense of Diogo Jota. I thought Chelsea pressed us very well, but in the end, it's not about who has the most possession, it's about who scores the most goals. And actually, we had the better expected goals, XG, despite Chelsea maybe looking better visually. We got the job done, so I'm really pleased with that. We're top of the league. As for our title rivals, City scored a late goal in their match, but Arsenal dropped points with a 2-0 defeat to Bournemouth, which now makes our earlier win against Bournemouth look like an even better 3 points. Moving on to other matters, there's a significant blow regarding Diogo Jota, who seems to have suffered another injury. His unlucky streak continues after being forced off in the first half against Chelsea. Slot gave an update after the match. Unfortunately, Jota's career at Liverpool has been plagued by injuries, and once again, it happened during a crunch tackle. As he ran towards goal, Chelsea's Dawson Adarabioyo grabbed at Jota just past the halfway line, and in the tumble, Jota landed awkwardly on his rib cage. He received quick treatment, and while there were calls for a red card, Chelsea's defender was saved by a covering player and the location of the foul. Jota initially tried to carry on but was replaced by Darwin Núñez around the 30-minute mark. Slot provided a post-match update, explaining that he wasn't sure of the full extent of the injury, but it seems unlikely that Jota will be fit for Wednesday's match, and he could be a doubt for the weekend too. Liverpool are set to face RB Leipzig in the Champions League on Wednesday night, and with Jota doubtful, Núñez is likely to start. Heading into the 2-1 win over Chelsea, Liverpool had more fitness issues than initially reported. Slot detailed the situation, noting that there were some problems after the international break. Conor Bradley wasn't available, and Trent Alexander-Arnold didn't train in the first few days after his return, so he was a doubt before the game. On top of that, McAllister was unwell, and Diogo had to be substituted early on. Slot also added that these are the kinds of challenges teams face throughout the season, and it's why winning a league title is always difficult, no matter where in the world you are. So many things have to be done really well. Liverpool were also without Alisson, Harvey Elliott, and Federico Chiesa on Sunday, although Kostas Tsimikas and Wataru Endo managed to shake off illness and took places on the bench. So, at the moment, our injury situation isn't ideal, and it's a significant blow to our title ambitions. Thankfully, none of the injuries seem long-term, but with important matches coming thick and fast, it does present us with some challenges. It's a bit of a problem, but that said, I do think heading into the game against Arsenal, we're in a better place squad-wise compared to them at the moment. They've got a lot of suspensions and injuries to key players, so as I mentioned, going to the Emirates away from home, this feels like the perfect time to play them. However, losing Jota is definitely a blow. It's an interesting time for Darwin Núñez to step back into the team. I don't think Arne Slot has been entirely confident in him just yet. He's clearly preferred Jota so far, and that's been obvious from the way he's set up the team. Jota has been playing in a slightly new role under Slot, not quite as an out-and-out number 9, so it's intriguing to see Núñez take the stage now while Jota is sidelined. But, of course, it's a big loss for us to be without Diogo Jota for probably the next 2 games. It's a real opportunity for Darwin Núñez to show what he's made of in Slot's system, so we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Liverpool fans, do let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and also share your early score predictions for the game against RB Leipzig. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Just a quick note, everyone, we've released our brand new summer drop, which includes some exciting new designs like our Arne Slot t-shirt, European Royalty t-shirt, Trophy 1 t-shirt, and others. We've also added jumpers to the collection. You can check out the new range by clicking the link in the description or heading over to copyclothing.com.